Hey everyone, it's Katie and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is the used and abused makeup tag, which I'm super excited about just because I feel like YouTube doesn't really have tag videos or even like makeup tag videos as much as they used to, like back in the day. And the only person I've seen do this is the person who created this. So this tag video is created by Nicole Cutler. If you haven't seen her channel, you need to, like after you watch this video, of course. I love her channel, and if you like my channel, like her channel is pretty similar to mine. She does like a lot of makeup tutorials and like looks and just like beauty videos. So if you like my videos, you'll like her videos and everything like that. And her videos are great. So like I said, I'm doing the used and abused makeup tag. And I will have Nicole's video linked down below as well as her channel because I love her videos and everything like that. Yeah, I'm gonna be showing you all the stuff that I've used over and over and just used and abused like the title says. So yeah, I have a feeling this is gonna be a long video, so let's just get right into it. So the first thing I have used and abused so many times is this. This is the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream. I love this so much, and you probably can't tell by this bottle because it is a newer bottle, but I literally used my last bottle of this till like there was nothing left. And I love this BB cream because it is pretty full coverage. Like I feel like you can get like a medium or even medium high full coverage out of this, and if you have like no imperfections to your skin, I feel like you can definitely get like full coverage of this. And I just find this to be a really good like BB cream and everything, and it's matte, so if you have oily skin you will love this. It's great for combination skin too, which is what my skin is, and I do love this. And I think it's also great to mix in with stuff, and I have mine in the shade light medium. Like I said, it has great coverage. I can use this pretty much any day. I even used this to film like a couple months back. I love this for like, you know, just simple days. And I actually wore this in the pool one day and my makeup literally didn't go anywhere. My mom was like, Katie, your foundation is still on, like it looks so good. And I was like, wow, actually it is. Like literally, I'm like, my foundation was still on. Like everything seemed to fade except for my foundation, so that was kind of neat. And I just find this to be a really nice BB cream, like I've said, and it's just like, it's just so nice. So the next thing I have used and abused is this concealer. This is from Tarte. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, which I know you've probably heard of. Like everybody talks about it. Like pretty much everybody raves about it. Everyone talks about it in general also. And I love this concealer. As you can tell probably by it, is that literally like there's like, it kind of like shows how there is like literally marks where there's no concealer on the side. I'm getting to the point where I'm using this up where I have to scrape the sides. I have mine in the shade Light if you're wondering, and I love this concealer. I think it's a really nice concealer and everything. It is heavier. I do like it more like when I'm going to be like wearing more makeup and stuff, and I just think it is a very nice concealer. It's very thick and full coverage, but I feel like it blends very beautifully, and I know some people don't like it, some people love it. It's kind of like what you like in a concealer, if you like something lightweight or if you like something that's full coverage. Definitely if you don't mind if it's thick, you'll like it. And I actually like how full coverage it is and how thick it is because I feel like you don't need to use as much concealer. And I just like this because of the coverage, and I just feel like this is a good shade match for me. I have a hard time finding concealers where I really like the shade. I don't know, that might just be me. And I do love the doe foot. I love how big it is. You can just get like everywhere. I just feel like it's amazing. It's honestly my favorite high-end concealer, and I have literally abused this, and I plan on abusing this even more, like literally scraping it like I said, and I just think it's nice. So I feel like I have abused this for sure. This is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. I've probably purchased at least 2 or 3 full sizes of this because it is my favorite. I find that it just works very well. It just lengthens my lashes, which I love, and it's just a nice mascara and everything. And this is what the wand looks like and everything. I really like it. I think it's very nice. You can really just get into your lashes and really lengthen them. I'm not using it today, but I do really like it, and I think it's nice also for the lower lashes. And I also just love this mascara just because it is very lengthening, and those are kind of mascaras that I like. And I just feel like I've used and abused this because I have purchased so many of them. I just love this mascara. I think it's like one of the best high-ends. It might be my favorite high-end mascara. Another product from Benefit I feel like I have abused and everything is this. This is the Benefit Gimme Brow. I have mine in the shade 5. This is probably my favorite brow gel because you can fill in your brows with this if you want to, but you can also just use it to set your brows. It adds fibers to your brows, so it gives them a thickness, and it's just really easy to get in there because the wand wand is super tiny and you can just get in there very easily, and it's just really nice to just comb through your brows with, fill them in, just add fibers to them, add thickness to them, set your brows and everything. It makes them stay and everything. And I had a sample of this and I used that until there was literally nothing in there. Like I literally used that up until it literally felt dry, which I feel like is always good. It's one of my favorites in general. It's really good. If you haven't tried it out, you definitely should. This is definitely something I have used so much, abused it for sure. This is the Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop. It just looks like this, and I have definitely abused this for sure. I have used this so much. This is my first highlighter I ever owned. I felt like so adult when I got this. I got this when I was a freshman in college, my first semester of college. I got it for my birthday, and I feel like this was just all the rage. Like it's all you heard about at the time. Like everybody was like, Champagne Pop, yes, get it. Like everybody talked about it. Everybody was obsessed with it, like because it was supposed to be a limited edition thing, but now it's permanent. And that's what it looks like. It's like a golden peachy highlight, which I really love. And it's just like the perfect highlight. I'm actually wearing it on my face today, if you couldn't already tell. It's just a really pretty highlight. It really gives you that glow. It just really makes like your cheekbones pop, I feel like. It's just like the perfect highlight, especially for my skin tone. If you have a skin tone around like what I have, I feel like this is perfect. Yup, and I've hit major pan on it, which I'm sure you've seen, so I've definitely abused this. This is like the only highlight I would use for maybe like a year. It was like the only one I had, the only one I used, and I personally love this. So next thing I have used and abused, you won't be able to tell, but I have used this thing like seriously religiously. So this is the Chica Fan palette. It isn't out anymore. You might be able to find it at Amazon, eBay, but I feel like it'd be super overpriced, so like don't pay too much for it because you kind of get all these in singles. But I like feel like I have abused this palette so much. This is what it looks like and everything. You just have 4 blushes and 1 bronzer, and I have used this so religiously. When I was in school, this is the palette I had with me all the time, and I love this because you get all these blushes. So like I'm not the kind of girl that uses the same blush every day. I like to mix it up. I like this because you do get a good amount of blushes, and they're all like neutral-ish kind of blushes. Like they're not like too crazy, like you don't have any hot pinks or anything like that. And I just find this to be the most versatile palette, but also has like a bronzer in there, so you're all set for like your blush and bronzer. And you can't really tell, but I have used this a ton. This was like my favorite palette for months, and I still love it, and I still use it pretty often. Love it. It's a nice palette. So next thing I have used and abused for sure is this Too Faced blush. This is the Too Faced Love Flush blush, and Your Love is King. I love this blush. I think it's amazing. It's just one of those like different blushes. I know there probably are blushes like this out there, but to me this was different, and this one's special to me because this is my first ever high-end blush. I got this for my birthday as well, and I just felt like I said before, like I felt so grown up, just so like special when I got this. I love this. It's in Your Love is King, like I mentioned, and I just think the packaging on these are really cute. I like how it's shaped in a heart, and that's what it looks like and everything. And this is like a berry color, which I do like, and I do think it is nice, and that's what it looks like swatched on my hand. It's just a nice berry color, and taking this with a like duo fiber brush and just blending it on my cheeks, it just gives you the most natural berry look to your cheeks, which I do like. I don't know if you can tell by this, but like I literally have abused this. I have used this so much. I used it a lot in the fall when I first got it, and I have used it for like a couple years now, so I do feel like it's abused. Like the back, there's makeup all over it, and I even feel like the top, the Too Faced lettering is kind of fading a tiny bit, like not much. But yeah, I have abused this, and I do want to get more of these. I just find them to be super cute, and like they have like a pretty look to them, and yeah, and I just love it. So the next blush and the last blush I will be mentioning, I feel like I have abused and used within the last couple months. This one is from Tarte, and this is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Risque, and this is what it looks like. It's just a very like nude, almost peachy color. It is more nude than peachy, I feel like it's just that nice pretty nude color. I am wearing it on my cheeks today, and that's what it looks like, and it looks gorgeous on your cheeks. I feel like it's just that that perfect natural color. It just makes you look just very like, I don't know, like I want to say alive, but like I guess not really. It just makes you look natural. It's not too intense. Like I don't like to go for too intense blush every day. That's just not my style. And I just feel like it looks good with a lot of looks, and I love their blushes because they are very creamy and they just apply in the face very nicely. And I like this blush and I've abused it within the last couple months. And also I feel like some of these blushes, like you can use them 100 times or even 1,000 times, and literally the pan is so extensive, so it lasts for so long. And yeah, I love it. When I think of the palettes that have been loved the most, the palettes that have the most pan, the palettes that have just been really abused, really used, these three come to mind. So we have the original Tarte Lip palette, the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and the original Lorac Pro palette. So the Lorac Pro palette for me, I feel like is the palette that I have abused the most. Like look at the outside, it is so dirty. We have just like eyeshadow, makeup in general just caked up on it. I do clean it off like every so often. And then like the back, you can just really tell that like it has been used. And I know I mentioned this whenever I mention this palette, but I do have a Pan That palette on it, and I have been panning it this year. So if you want to check out that series, I will link it up above and down below for you. And yeah, this is what my Lorac Pro palette looks like. It is super used, and you can really tell that I've used it. I've abused it. I've done like everything to it. Like look at this. It is so used. I've used up a ton of shadows. I like this palette because you get a lot of neutrals and you have like sort of like cool tones and warm tones, and it's just a very neutral palette where you can create so many looks with. And I've just used so much of the palette since I have a Pan That palette on it, and just in my general life. This is my favorite palette senior year of high school. I loved this palette. I used it to death. It was like the go-to palette for me. I just feel like it's a palette you have to have in your collection just because the shadows are very buttery and they blend very well. It's honestly my favorite palette for the blending wise of it. So my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette isn't as abused, but I feel like I have abused it somewhat. So I don't have like pan on every shadow, but I have pan on 4 shadows I believe, and this is what my palette looks like. And I have hit tips and a ton of shadows, and actually the palette's broken. It like makes a noise when I open and close it because I think I stepped on it or dropped it or something. I don't know. I really did abuse it, and it still looks good on the outside of course, but I do love this palette. I use it all the time. This is my go-to palette probably for a year, and I just think it's a very nice palette, and I love all the shades. I love how neutral it is. I'd say this is like neutral. I don't think it pulls too warm. I don't feel like it pulls too cool. I feel like it's just neutral in general, and it's like my favorite palette for that. So like for Get Naked palettes, like this is it. And lastly, for the Tarte Lip palette, this is my favorite palette last summer. When I first got this, I didn't really get much use out of this. It wasn't until like the spring and summer when I started getting more use out of this. So this is what the palette looks like. It just has all these like mauvey tones and just purpley tones and also neutral tones in it. My favorite colors of course are on the clear left side of the palette. Like I love all those neutrals, and I also love like just the middle colors. And I have panned 3 shades. Of course it's not like major pan, but this palette is well loved. I love all these shades. I love purpley tones. My favorite color is purple, so I tend to gravitate towards mauves and everything. And I just find this palette to just be very nice. It's great for neutral looks, and I love matte shadows, which is why I love this palette. I love just like matte tones, and I just love how matte this is, and they just blend very well. And I love Tarte shadows. I can't wait for the Tarte Toasted palette in the fall. That is going to be so good. So then I have some like lip products I feel like have been abused, which I'll go through very quickly because I feel like I've been talking for the longest time. So I feel like this lip balm alone has been well loved, well used, and this is the Lolly Balm by Benefit. I got these in a set for Christmas I think 3 years ago, and yeah, this is all I have left with it. This is a really nice lip balm. It's very moisturizing. It's like a light pink tint. It is Lolly Balm by the way, and I love it. It's just nice for if you want to go for like a simple makeup day. These are my favorite in the winter, and these are also my favorite when I didn't really care for like wearing too much makeup. Like when I would go to class, I would literally just throw on like mascara, a little bit of foundation, concealer, set my face, and literally literally throw on one of these and I would just wear this to class, and I loved it. And I have a little bit of this left, and these are also great to throw in your purse if you want to touch up throughout the day. I just love these because it's just like simple. Okay, then I have another product I feel like I've used a ton these past couple months. This is from Too Faced, and it's only a sample, but I have like abused it for sure. Like I've abused a sample, and that's the Too Faced Sweet Peach Creamy Peach Oil Lip Gloss. This one's in pure peach, and it's basically just this nudish, I guess, pink color. It's not too peachy, even though it is called pure peach. Maybe a little bit of a hint of peach, but it's not like too noticeable, and I do like it. It's just a very nice like creamy lip gloss. It doesn't feel like oil on your lips, which I feel like from the name people are like, oh, oily, but no, it's not oily. It just feels very nice on your lips. It just feels just like, you know, like it just feels like a nice like gloss, and it's just very nice to like put on over stuff, like over lipstick, and it's just nice to use in general. I love it. So then I have 3 liquid lipsticks. One is from Bare Minerals and 2 are from Colourpop. So the 2 from Colourpop are minis as well, and I got these in a set, and I have abused these. These are like, I feel like these were like my first liquid lipsticks, and I think I got these when liquid lipsticks were first becoming a thing. So one of them is in Bianca and one of them is in Clueless. I don't know which one because the names have rubbed off, and this is what they look like swatched, and I love them. They're just very mauve-y tones. These are my favorite liquid lipsticks to use when I was first starting out, and I know I have to repurchase these because like I just love these. They are the matte formula, which not everybody loves. I don't mind it. Like it's nice if you want to go out to dinner and you don't want your lipstick to go, you can just like put this on, and these ones actually stay in my opinion. Like I feel like they actually stay, and there are parts on these where there's like no liquid lipstick, so I have kind of abused them. Then I have one for Bare Minerals, and this one is in Slay, and that's what it looks like. It's just a nice pretty light mauve, I guess you could say, and it's like a pinky mauve more, I guess. And this one is matte, but it is more comfortable on your lips. It smells so good, like vanilla, which is why I love it. I love when liquid lipsticks or just lipsticks in general have like a very nice smell. I feel like it doesn't look like I've used this that much, but I truly have. I use it like all the time, and it's like my go-to, and there are places on this where it is like a little like you can tell that like there's no liquid lipstick in that spot because I've used it so much, and it's just like my go-to, to be honest with you. So yeah, this is well loved, as are all these things. Like everything I'm mentioning is well loved. I'm mentioning it for a reason because it is well loved. So yeah, that's everything I have used and abused. I love all these things like I've mentioned, and I just find these all to be like my used and abused loves, you know what I mean? So I hope you enjoyed this video, me talking about all the used and abused products that I have in my collection. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below any other tag videos. If there's makeup tag videos you want me to do like that are out there, let me know about that down below, or just let me know any other videos you'd like to see next, because I post beauty and lifestyle videos every single week here on my channel. And please subscribe if you haven't already, because I post videos every single week, and also hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified. By hitting that bell, you'll just be notified right my videos go up, like right that second, right that minute, just right then and there, and you'll love it, I promise. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, night, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
I wanna be like most girls.